Greetings and welcome to The Drop.
The Drop was created to showcase the personalities and play of pickleball's best and brightest.
Today's guest is Brian Brooks, but before we meet Brian, let me share with you all our format. During an interview on The Drop, 4 of our guest peers will play a match as we spectate. We will interact with the match as a part of our format.
Now let's go to the court and meet our other cast member, Bob Trout. Bob is a certified coach and instructor. He's going to be mic'd up on the court today and will be our referee for this match. Take it away, Bob.
Thank you, and welcome to court for session 2. On my left, the viewer's right, we have...
I'm Kristen Reinhart from East Lansing.
Zach Chambers, Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Tommy Calderon from Chelsea, Michigan. Excited to be here.
Adeline Nelson from Grand Rapids. Excited to be here as well.
Okay, thank you. And I am not a certified ref, and a ref would not be coaching on the court. But we'll do some breaks, and I might say a few things while the game's going on. Let's go ahead and get started. We've decided to have this Kristen and Zach be the starting servers.
All right, we are thrilled to have Brian here in the booth with us.
Great to have you on the Drop, Brian.
And
Thanks
with
for
that,
having me, guys.
team on my left, are you ready? Team on my right, you ready? Time is in. 0-2.
All right, game underway here.
So, Brian, you're here local in the area. You want to talk
0-1.
a little bit about the players we're watching today and how you play with them and know them?
Yep, so the players we have here, Adeline and Zach, I play with a couple
I'll get
times
there,
a week,
Adeline.
every other week.
Point. And we have
Tommy,
1-0-1.
I don't get to play with him as much because he's on the east side. But it's nice getting to play
Second
with
server.
people I'm familiar with and unfamiliar with. You get a little bit of a variety with both.
1-0-2.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, tell us about your journey with pickleball, Brian. Like, how and when did you get started?
Yeah, so I've been playing about 8 years now.
Side out.
I started off with my aunt. She got me into the sport. Previously, I was a baseball player.
0-1-1.
So it was a pretty wild transition for me. But now I'm pretty used to it.
Yeah, so when that wild transition, what was your favorite part of that, going from a game maybe where you're out waiting for more action to a pickleball where it's like constant action, right?
My favorite aspect was probably the hand-eye coordination. It's really important in baseball to make contact with the ball. So I think that's where I got my fast hands from.
Yeah.
Just that hand-eye coordination. It's the biggest thing for me.
You do have fast hands, Brian. Those are really nice fast hands.
Superhuman.
So you've been playing for 8 years now. So when you got started, what level do you think you were kind of at, and where are you at now on your journey as you continue to improve?
Yeah, so probably when I started, I probably started about the 3-0 level. I used to do a ton of beginner tournaments with a couple of my friends that I met through pickleball.
Yeah.
Right now I'm playing at the 5-0/pro level. Haven't played too many pro tournaments yet, but I'm hoping to play more this year.
Yeah, I mean, you actually have a really big tournament coming up. So you want to talk to us about Next Gen and how cool that is for you?
Yeah, so next month, in the middle of February, I have a Texas down in San Antonio. It's a Next Gen tournament. It's just a great way for younger players to get into the professional scene for pickleball. And hopefully I'll be able to do a few more of these this year and probably transition to the pro scene.
That's awesome. What's the format down there for Next Gen?
For the Next Gen tournament, it's just I'm doing men's doubles and alternate men's doubles. So it's just two men's brackets. My partner, Jace, from Grand Rapids also.
Nice. Well, looking at maybe turning pro, what does your full schedule look like for the year? What are you looking forward to on the tournaments you're signed up for or maybe looking to do?
I'm looking just to have fun, continue improving my game, and just be able to learn new shots and learn from a whole new crowd of people. I haven't played against too many younger players. I've always been the younger player, so it'll be nice to learn from this younger generation.
Awesome.
So what paddle are you playing with these days, Brian?
So for the past 5 months, I've been playing with the Eula paddle. I find it has just enough power that I need while still being able to keep the control that I need at the kitchen.
Yeah, excellent. Seems to really be catching on.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you have you tested the differences like between a 14 mil and a 16 mil? Are you deep into the paddle technology as you perfect your game?
No, I haven't experimented with too many paddles. I just like finding a paddle that I'm comfortable with, and I typically just stick with that for a long time.
Nice. Nice. So if you're just trying that out, what you're telling listeners is that you're a free agent in the sponsorship world, right? You come and get you as you show yourself off at Next Gen and get things going.
Yep, I'm here to show off this year.
4-3-1.
Tight start to the match, Brian, here, 4-3-1. Any insight for the listeners? Ooh, right behind Tommy on that one.
Yeah. Seeing a lot of quick points. That could be due to the surface that we're playing on, but probably the more we play today, we'll buckle in and see some longer rallies.
Absolutely.
Great hands from all players.
Oh, that was fun. That was a great firefight. You had kind of alluded to continuing to drill and improve. So what would you say your favorite shot now is? And are you working on another shot specifically right now that you're looking to continue to get better at?
Yeah, so right now I'm working on my backhand flick, probably on the left side of the court. Just working on getting that snap and being able to place that wherever I want to on the court. Taking the ball from any height that I want and still being able to keep it in the court.
Nice. Are you getting, so if you're taking that lower, are you being able to whip that enough to kind of get that spin to hold it down on the baseline?
Yeah, so if I use a little bit less arm and a little more wrist, you'll be able to generate a little bit extra top spin, and that way you'll be able to avoid keeping it from going long.
Nice. Now, for you as a player, whether it's men's or mixed, do you prefer a side? Strategy-wise, like where do you find yourself best on the court, whether it be, with a gender partner or a mix?
I probably find myself about 75% of the time on the left side of the court when I'm playing tournaments. I like having my backhand on the line. The higher levels, people like speeding it up down the line, so it's just nice being right there, being ready for the speed ups.
You're a really long player, too, so that makes a lot of sense, right, Pat? I mean, Brian gets to use his length a little bit and get in there and take up that kitchen line and protect his backhand as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Brian's got great hands at the kitchen, and, thinking about that backhand on the left side, you can just put it anywhere, right down the line, right between the players. Yeah, it's amazing to see.
Since you're 8 years out from your baseball exploits, like what do you love about pickleball now as it continues to grow at the rate it's growing?
I just love the energy that the sport has. It's just a lot of fun, active, social, every aspect of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll be,
Switching it up.
For a moment here. Is that okay? Okay. Two major
Not sure who's winning.
Where both of you put overheads into the net. What do you wish you would have done, or what would have improved that?
It's the lighting.
Oh. Okay, so you saw the lights. You saw
Pretty
the
bright.
coming
Pretty
into
bright.
it? Okay.
I think I was just too fast.
Okay.
I swung too fast. I mean, I had a lot of space, and I just swung really fast and came down and into the net. So
Okay.
just take my time a little bit.
Yeah.
I got a little excited, I think.
Yeah, and that's actually one of the things when I'm coaching, and it's not this level usually it's lower levels. I kind of suggest more of a punch than a flip your wrist. Just takes the net out of play, and really, you don't want to do a spike. You want to flatten them out so it's going deep at their feet, rather than, if you spike it down here, it's going to be chest high by the time it gets to them at the back line. So it's really a better idea to flatten it out a little bit. Just don't put it out. Okay, let's go ahead and switch sides.
Hey, Bob, for our listeners out there, what do we have for the score as we flip as Brian is watching on now?
We are at 8-4. set? On my left, you ready? Time is in. We're at 8-4-1.
That was not a missed overhead, as Bob was describing down the middle. That,
They fixed that.
no,
Yeah.
that was fixed.
Nice punch.
Immediate results from coaching right
Yes.
there. That's converting to.
9-4-1.
So Brian, when you're working, how much are you playing now? Like, do you have more rec play? Are you drilling more? Nice mix. Like, how much time are you putting into this continued journey?
10-4-1.
Yeah, so I'll typically play within 2 to 3 times per week. Then I'll drill at least once per week. It should be every day. If you really want to get to the higher level, you should be playing every day. More drilling,
Second
but
server.
yeah,
Yeah, just continuing to work at it and get it. Do
yeah,
you
just
ha-
continue to stay
10.
on the court.
You have
yeah,
4.
and with your level being so high, do you have a pretty consistent group
10-4-2.
of drilling partners, training? How is that coming along too?
Yeah, when it comes to finding people to play with, there's a select group that we have. We're able to play every week on Saturdays. So it's a lot of playing with the same people in the winter. It's hard to play a lot of indoor here in the winter with different people.
No, that's true. And, I mean,
11-4-2.
like most places, right? Indoor play's a little limited, trying to find space. So, and you mentioned it too. It's exciting to get to play with new young players, so you get to feel different tendencies and shots out and
Yeah.
see some things. So that's cool.
Yeah.
12-4-2.
Big run here going. 12-4-2.
Yeah, they're gonna need to side out here soon before it's too late.
Point.
Tommy and Adeline are looking really loose on the court right now.
Oh yeah.
Found the groove.
Yeah.
13-4-2.
So Brian, do you have a ball preference? The age-old question of the Durer or the Franklin primarily?
Yeah, I do.
Right out.
The 2 balls that I like the best are the Dura and the Franklin. In the summer times in Michigan, I'll
4,
pretty much only be
13,
playing
1.
with the Dura because that's what all the tournaments will be using. But in the winter, just with how cold it gets, the balls
Second server.
crack when we're using Duras. So
Mhm.
just to save a little bit of money, we'll switch to the Franklin in the winter.
That makes sense.
4-13-2.
How do you feel about the advent of rally scoring making
out.
its mark on the game of pickleball now?
It's really different. I like that pickleball is taking a different angle and trying to do new things.
13-4-1.
I'm not really against it or for it. It's nice seeing both aspects, so I just like playing with variety. So
Yeah, it's interesting to
server.
see it mixed up. You know, a lot of people seem to have strong opinions, but you know, people talk about the format for television and everything, and how
13-4-2.
rally scoring has more consistent timing. But yeah, I think both ways is really cool.
yeah, and it's nice that they're not strictly staying
Slide
on
out.
one right now. There's multiple companies doing a couple different ways of scoring, so it's nice seeing.
Have you ever experienced the team format? I know
13,
pickleball,
1.
you know, you get your partners and stuff, but have you experienced it, or would you have interest doing that type of team format?
I have not done it, but I would love to do it. Seems like a really fun thing.
Second server.
Great as a team,
Yeah,
be a lot of fun.
bringing that energy, right?
Yeah.
4-13-2.
If I heard that right, 12-13-2, they made their comeback.
Side out.
Wow.
13-4-1.
Oh, take it
Oh,
back.
they got 1 point.
I was wrong. Quick to admit fault over here. Brian, I know you're a young guy, so is pickleball something that you're looking, like you said, to do pro and
excuse me,
full
second
time?
server.
What other aspirations and things do you like to do outside of pickleball in your free time?
Right now I just I'll find myself
13-4-2.
either working out or just hanging out with my family.
That's awesome.
Sorry, it's a good point going.
Oh, by all means, it's
Looks
all
like
good.
Zach worked on his put aways.
Right out.
So,
The lights were not an issue for Zach on that
yep.
one.
He's
They
so
were not
many
in his
great
eyes.
inside-out shots to put the ball away.
4-13-1.
It's interesting to me to see out of all these top-level players, how many of them started on the game recently. You know, Brian, having played for
Second
8 years
server.
now, you're definitely a veteran on the sport in our area, and it's amazing to see how some of these players who've been playing for a year or less have so much game and so much competitive aspiration.
The sport's constantly improving. It's pretty awesome to see. A lot of these tennis players transitioning in are just getting a great feel right away for it. The biggest thing is just learning how points play out.
Side out.
Do you feel like that's a strength you have? Because I mean, you playing for 8 years, you've seen the evolution. How do you feel about your strategy and kind of that mind game?
Yeah, it's pretty nice for me being a vet in this game, especially with the newer generation coming in, all these tennis players. I've seen a lot of different game styles, so I'm pretty used to seeing a lot of different varieties of the sport being able to be played.
That's awesome. I mean, that's huge, right? Because you can take in-game strategy with your partner, really be a coach out there for whoever you team up with, regardless of their experience.
Yeah, even if it's someone that I haven't really played with before, just having that experience of knowing how people play.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So do you have any routines or traditions as you jump into a tournament? To get a favorite meal, or is there anything you do? Any superstitions?
For tournaments, I usually just carb up the night before, and then lots of water, stay hydrated. Some noon tablets. It's really important to stay hydrated out there.
Absolutely.
Looks like they're making a little comeback.
Let's go. 8-13.
Tommy's trying to get involved a little bit more now.
Yeah, another player who has amazing length at the kitchen here, can really work the ball from close to the net.
Yeah. He's one of those guys that haven't been playing long. He's been playing about a year now.
What a great reset from Kristen.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Oh,
left it just slightly long.
Yeah.
Great point.
Let's take a few points here, Brian. If you want to get your announcer skills on, right? Let's use that 8 years of experience if you want. We'll watch some of these points.
Okay. Yeah, so what Tommy's doing there is, I think he's speeding it up a little bit too early. He started speeding that up in no man's land. And with the players that he's playing against, they both have really good hands. They'll be able to punch it down to his feet. He's leaving that angle up just a little bit.
Back into it, Brian.
Yep, they got another hole.
Great finish.
Great job to Zach for stepping in there and taking that ball.
Yeah, we talked before about how the game is sort of evolving and becoming more offensive. You know, people used to be more reluctant to speed the ball up on sort of yellow ball type shots. And how does that fit in with your game? Do you like to get offensive? Do you want to test people's hands?
Yeah, I love testing people's hands. The sport in general I see is getting us a lot more aggressive. So it's really important to have those fast hands. But I'll find myself trying to speed points up, try to finish with points as soon as possible.
Yeah, that's cool.
But those long points are fun too.
For sure, sometimes you don't get a good opportunity, but when you do, that's one of the things I learned most from playing with like you and Shane before, is that when you get an opportunity, even if it's just for half speed, you got to take it. You got to test them, put the pressure on them.
Yep, I agree.
Side out.
Let's see if they can hold them again.
Yeah.
13-10-1.
Whoa, tough
Great
break.
ball.
I really like Tommy's rolling drop. You know, there's something to be said about a nice, soft, slow drop, but when you can cut down on your opponent's time to get up to the kitchen, you really feel the pressure a lot more.
Yeah, it's so effective. Another great shot.
10, 13, 1.
So even though Tommy closed that out, how do you feel about the amount of court Tommy's taken on that?
It's not a bad amount of court he's taking, but it's more of just choosing the right ball to be covering that much on. Some of those shots, Adeline could have done the same thing, and it would have kept him in a little bit better of a position.
Mm-hmm.
This positioning is very important.
So besides Next Gen, Brian, any other tournaments coming up this year? Are you playing Beer City and maybe playing the pro bracket?
Yep, I'll be playing pro at Beer City Open.
Great.
Don't have partners lined up yet, but those will be found soon.
14, 10, 1.
Other than that, I don't think I have any more tournaments lined up just yet.
I'm sure we'll be seeing you out there, though.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'll be out there.
Second server.
Come on.
We have a match point here at
Game point.
14,
All right, here we go,
11,
Brian.
2.
Oh, tough break.
Nice.
Good cross-court
Well,
drive.
Brian, it's been phenomenal having you on the drop here with us. Any closing remarks you want to have for the audience out here and what we have going?
No, don't have any more. Just keep playing, keep having fun.
Bob, we're going to kick it over to you, and then we'll take it back.
Okay, I've got two things I want to kind of point out. One thing I'm noticing on both sides, this is upper level play. You guys are talking all the time. When I'm working with newer students, and they aren't all young students, they're older, they just hesitate to say yours, mine, take it, in, out. You got to do it all the time. And when you're playing different partners all the time, you got to do it all the time too. So that's one thing. The other thing I wondered was both of you are stacking. Both of you are doing kind of a certain thing when you're working against the stack or when they're coming up. What is it you're trying to do when you're playing against the stacking team?
So I just like to serve out wide and try to beat the male across the court as best I can before he gets there.
Okay. Other ideas? That's kind of what I was seeing. Yeah. Whoever was going the furthest across, that next shot was coming to make them work over there to get there quickly, which makes sense. No matter whether it's a male or the female, depending on which way they're going. Okay. Anything else you want to add?
No, it's a good comeback.
And that's one.
You know, 2 out of 3, maybe. 2 out of 3, maybe we would have had you in the second game.
Right. And that's a major thing with pickleball too. Yeah. You can be up 8 points, 10 points, and somebody can get on a run, and it disappears really quickly. So that's one thing, you can't give up on the games because you're ahead. Okay, thank you guys.
Thanks, Bob. This is Brian Brooks from Comstock Park. Check him out at the Next Gen tournament in San Antonio. What's the date on that again, Brian?
It's the February 16th, 17th, and 18th.
So check out Brian on their live stream. This is The Drop. Thanks for seeing you.
Thank you, guys.